And the first one is kind of a cute little one. It's called wrist circles Taffys. And it basically is going to take the movement. I'm just come a little bit closer so you can see. You're going to take the hand movement of bird flaps its wings, that kind of circular thing. And just to always make sure that you're getting that the circle starts by the bottom over the back, then over the top. And it's got this kind of feel as if there maybe was a little bit of a disc there that you're just stroking the edges of. Right? So, of course, in bird flaps its wings, there's that initial release. But when you go around, there's that kind of engagement that happens. And it helps it from loading up in the wrists too much, that you're allowing the wrists to stay open by feeling a sense of connection through your fingertips as you go around that disc. So that's the movement of your hands. So you'll see that what I'm doing is instead of sinking with, like we do in the bird flaps its wings, there's actually a rising. So I'm going to stand sideways for this. So the rising is kind of like rocking motion. It's almost as if we're putting bird flaps its wings and rocking motion together.
You're coming on the balls of the feet.
And so you're coming onto the balls of the feet, which means you're lightening with your heels is another way of thinking of that. And pick something that kind of works for you. So, and with that same kind of lifting up, there's that same thing with the rocking motion of kind of letting the knees straighten as you come up. So there's this real sense of like almost like a bird taking off, like you're about to kind of go up and into the sky with this. And your wrist circles go with that. And one of the best ways I ever heard that described for me is that this movement here really is at about the level that helps you feel what's happening in the Danchen area, so that the lifting is coming from here, like this. And your legs are kind of straightening and letting a flow come, and the lift is coming through the Danchen area. So the circle is around, sink, around, sink, and then the last time you're not going up, but instead you go down, so that as you come around with your hands, you come around that disc, that wrist circle, and into your side step and across. So it's a bit of a deeper side step, similar to about how deep you go once your toe drops across. It's like you're sunk a little bit, but then as your toe comes across, you go down a little bit more. Well, that sideways step in wrist circles Taffy has got a very similar kind of, you're really dropping and coming across. And of course, there's nothing dramatic about Tai Chi Chuck. So when I say dropping, it's incremental. We're not like going, way down or anything. Like you're still going down with your body kind of staying somewhat. And you'll notice that as soon as you do these kind of movements across with the Taffys, there is a little bit of, you're coming down and in across yourself. You're not coming down straight up and down. So it's one of the places where there is a little bit of closing in on the front of your body and then opening up again. So let's just try that. It's a set of 3 and just see how you do with it. So here we go. Start from a resting position. And then you sink so you can rise. So you start by sinking and then slight heel lift once, slight heel lift twice, and then this time you stay down and sink and wind up and step off to the left and close. Now this one has one of those carry the ball to the sides, slight stop, like a bird stopping on a branch and then taking off again. So it's just that stop and then you sink again, wrist circles, balls of feet, wrist circles up and lifting. And the third time you stay down and across. So that's one. We do that 2 more times. Sink, up, sink twice. Then sink, turn, and across. Back we go. And down. start to get the feel of how those wrists coming around are very similar to the rising. They kind of go together and across. And sink. And sink. It's looking really good from my end, by the way. And wind up and across. And